Let's talk about landforms first. You know, mountains and such. That seems like a nice, solid place to begin. Mountains are found everywhere on Earth. A mountain is any part of the Earth's surface that stands much higher than its surroundings. We're going to look at 3 different types of mountains: fold, fault, and volcanoes. Each type is formed in different ways. To best explain how mountains are made, you need to understand that the Earth is made up of different layers. A solid core in the center, a liquid outer core, and then a mantle of heavy rock, which is partially liquid. The part we live on is the crust.
Here's another geographical newsreel. The crust is made up of large sections called plates that float on the liquid mantle and are constantly moving. Fold mountains are made when these plates press together. This can be demonstrated by using 2 ordinary towels which represent the plates. As the towels are pushed together, notice they fold up into different peaks. The pressure causes the plates to buckle into folds. That's why they're called fold mountains.
Most of the great mountain ranges on Earth are fold mountains. Another type of mountain is called a fault mountain. Now, fault mountains are easy to recognize. They're usually giant cliffs jutting up into the air.
Here's another geographical newsreel. The formation of fault mountains can be demonstrated using these 2 stacks of books. Imagine these books are plates of the crust. When they collide with each other, one plate gives way because the crust is weak. Places where the crust is weak is called a fault. That's how fault mountains are formed.
Another kind of mountain forms when melted rock called magma forces its way through the crust from deep inside the Earth. We call this kind of mountain a volcano. A volcano! The magma that oozes out of the Earth is called lava. As the lava cools, it turns to solid rock. And that's the beginning of a mountain. One of the most fascinating land formations you will see scattered about the Earth is a plateau. Plateau means platter in French, because it has a flat surface like a platter. You'll find good examples of plateaus in and around the Grand Canyon in North America. Some plateaus erode away and become smaller. We call these land formations mesas. Hola! In Spanish, mesa means table. Some mesas erode even more and become smaller. They're called buttes. Butte is from the French word for mound, but they are still flat on top. Usually, buttes stand alone, away from other highland formations. Well, we've covered the high points of the Earth's crust. Now, let's take a look at the low points, the valleys. Like mountains, valleys are formed in different ways. Some valleys were made by rivers. Rivers carve deep into the earth, and over thousands of years, the valleys become deeper and deeper as the land is worn away. River valleys are V-shaped because rain runs down the sides and erodes the soil. Some valleys were formed by glaciers during the Ice Age almost 20,000 years ago. Giant glaciers moved across the earth and scraped long valleys out of the land. Glacier valleys are U-shaped because the moving ice filled the valley to the top and wore away the valley floor evenly. There is another kind of valley, the canyon. Canyons are usually found in dry desert areas. Fast-flowing rivers carve out the land. However, unlike other river valleys, canyons have steep sides because there is very little rainfall to wear down the walls of the canyons. A narrow, steep-walled canyon, or a part of a canyon, is sometimes called a gorge. Well, there you have it, the highs and lows of Earth's land formations.